Sellers. Just a quick note, it's Brenda Frese's 600th career win tonight. Coach will start and then we'll open it up to questions.
Yeah, clearly this will be a win I'll remember for a really long time, and obviously the dramatics down the end. And I told these guys they're like the cardiac kids of keeping these games close and shots at the buzzers. But I thought today, defensively we set the tone. We were really aggressive, forcing them into turnovers. We really needed to have the stops at the end of the game, which I thought were really key for us as a team. The spark that I love the response by Abby. That's what we need to be able to have, and just every single one of her points and just the play she made at the end. It was drawn up for her, but she took the double team and was able to kick it. And Shy was fearless. That's why you put the hours in the gym to be able to knock down a shot. So great team win where we had to have so many plays together to be able to come out against. These guys are really good, a veteran-led team that can really score the basketball.
Questions?
First off, congratulations on the 600.
Thank you.
And congratulations on the win overall. Abby, can you take me through that final play from your perspective? And also I want to hear from you, also Shy, about what's going to be happening to stack around to you.
Yeah, we drew up a play, catch it up top and go ISO. I knew they were going to collapse in. They've been, really playing the gaps tight all game. So for me, it was just to go to the weak side, go to the where Nate was in the corner, one person on that side, and I was hoping to be able to kind of get to that open spot for maybe a turnaround jumper. And when I turned around, I saw that one Nate's person was strong side, didn't help, and then I turned around and I saw I had two people on me, and I saw Shy weak side wide open. I was like, this is her moment. And yeah, she always says that she's more of a pull-up player, but maybe I'm convinced that she should be shooting threes for her. But yeah, it's a good shot by
her. Yeah, the play was drawn up for Abby, and then I saw that she was going to be in trouble a little bit, so I just filled behind like we did in practice this week.
Oh, yeah.
And then I saw the shot, I saw the clock, and I saw it was about 1.5 seconds, and I was like, I don't have time to dribble and pull up. So I just shot it, and I was just, it's going in. That's what I thought.
Miracle shot.
That's what we always say. When you shoot it, it's going in.
Everybody else crashed.
I just stood there and watched.
Real quick, Abby. There was a little bit of lineup change, and I know it was probably 2 disappointing games before this one. Seemed like you bounced back really well and seemed confident and all that out there. Can you just kind of share your mindset and how you wanted to kind of get back in the groove of earlier season, I suppose?
Yeah. Shot hasn't really been falling the past couple of games, and it was coach did what's best, right? Putting A in, she's been playing really, really well, and we really have to start the first couple of minutes strong, and we haven't been doing that. So, just a lineup change, but at the end of the day, it's not necessarily how you start the game, it's how you finish it. And for me, it's just trusting the process, and I just got to keep working and keep doing my thing and play my role. So. Yeah.
Coach, what were your impressions of Purdue just after playing them today?
Yeah, first of all, they're so well coached. Katie and the staff does a phenomenal job watching them on film, even in person. They can really score the basketball. Their transition game and their unselfishness with how they move the ball, they really all kind of fit the right need, the right role. Was really concerned coming into this game because they're just an experienced team that has played a lot of minutes together where we're still gelling as a team. So for us just to be able to have that defensive intensity against a really great team was something I'm really encouraged about.
I feel like we had since last year when we had, was it 500 last year? Or maybe not last year, but
yeah.
COVID year.
Milestone. What does 600 mean to you?
Again, I guess just super humbled. Just I've been so fortunate to have the bulk of those wins here at Maryland, a place that's been really special and really good to our family. But behind those 600 wins, I haven't made a basket. I haven't scored a point. It's these players, and they're the ones who have put themselves in positioned to be able to have 600 wins. And the same to our staff. I've been really fortunate to have just great people that I get to work with every day that put countless hours in behind the scenes. So it's not, a single award. It's over time, just so many people involved.
I wanted to ask about the continued, I guess, development on the offensive end. It seemed a little herky-jerky earlier, but it seemed like once you guys got out the transition, it seemed like things kind of opened a little bit more and kind of made us maybe settled in a little bit more in the second half. Just kind of your evaluation of that process as you guys are still growing.
Yeah, we are. I found when, that second half, especially when we get stops, then we're really good in transition and then our offense really starts to flow. We still have to get to a mindset if we're not getting stops that we can still flow and get to offense. That's the next step for us. But today it was a huge step for us because we had to have some big plays there at the end of the game when they had the ball and that last possession, they knew they were going to an overload. So just those stops defensively are really big for us, and us getting out in transition with our guard play, how dominant it is really important for us.
One more for you, Shane. What are you learning about this team? Things aren't necessarily coming easy, but you guys are finding the ways to win in some big moments. As the season kind of goes on, what are you learning about yourselves?
I think we're just really competitive. Sometimes make the game a little bit harder than it needs to be, but I tend to see that we like to come together in the end and just pull it out together. So just really competing to the final minute. We still have a lot to work on, but I think we're doing pretty good for a team that just met, less than a year ago. So just trying to find our rhythm and keep making strides forward.
We'll go to Zoom, Lauren. We'll start with Andrew.
Hi, Coach. Once again, congratulations. And, last game, you spoke about how the defense, needed to be better against the high-scoring Purdue team, shooting almost 40% from deep. And it seemed tonight like your defense almost got better throughout the game, right? In the third quarter and the fourth quarter, you started to force a lot of turnovers. Kind of speak about the response, your team had on the defensive end of the floor tonight.
Yeah, a heck of a response. This is a prideful team, and we didn't like how it ended the last time we were out against Nebraska, and I thought our focus was super intentional. And yeah, I mean, they're a great 3-point shooting team, and for us to hold them to 35%, it started with our ball pressure and just a really collective team-based defense that was really important to be able to get this win tonight.
We'll go to Ian next.
Hey, Coach. Congrats on the 600. Late in the fourth quarter there were some players. I think there was one you had at one point. There was like 2 players had 4 fouls, maybe 3 players had 4 fouls. 1 player had 3. It was getting up there. What was your thought process? Obviously, those are, clutch minutes that you need there, but how nervous were you at the end, picking up fouls? No one fouled out, thankfully, but just kind of working late in the game with those such high foul numbers.
Yeah, well, I thought it was great discipline because we did have a lot of players in foul trouble. I did know that if Shai didn't make that shot, that was going to be concerning for us in overtime with so many people in foul trouble. So, but the confidence for her to stick that was important. But that's growth for us, that we can play through foul trouble and be that kind of discipline that we have to have. But again, with a short bench and rotation right now, we saw it change in the second half. They tightened up. So just kind of learning from these games when it's called different ways from one half to the next.
And then quickly for Shai, the last game, Diamond hit a big shot. I asked you and you were like, oh, she always gets it. And I was like, do you ever think that you might call your own number? Happened today. I don't know. Is that ever something that like in the back of your mind you're like, okay, it's plays drawn up for Abby, but I should be ready. Like, could come my way for a moment like this.
Yeah, I mean, I think I should always be ready, just in case something doesn't go according to plan, because that's what basketball tends to be. Nothing goes according to plan. But yeah, I mean, I knew that Abby was gonna be in the right spot at the right time. I just had to make sure that she had an option just in case something didn't go right. So I'm happy that Abby passed in the ball. But yeah.
Let's go to Damon next.
Yeah, that was a pleasure to be.
Coach, in the game where your team is taking blow after blow, and both teams are going on runs. What does it say about your team's ability to pull out this victory and execute in the late game?
Yeah, so it says a lot, toughness, resiliency. Road games, you have to have a different mindset, and we were hit with a lot of adversity tonight with the foul trouble and them. They've Ellis. I thought she was sensational. I mean, that 8-0 run she had by herself was pretty impressive. One of the smallest players on the court. So when she made that run against us solo on her own, it was a terrific response that we were able to. I think Abby went down and hit a 3 or nay, and it was an important response. Just saw a lot from us tonight.
Thank you.
We'll go to Olivia next.
For the players, obviously 600 wins for Coach Frese is pretty exciting. So, how does it feel to be on her team and like to work with someone who has had so much success, and how does she push you to be better and get these wins, not just for her, but for the program?
Yeah, I count my lucky stars every day that I get to play on a team and represent a program like this with such a legacy, with so many amazing players that have gone through and have helped, count to that 600. Definitely winning tonight was, yeah, I guess it was just special. And game-winning shot, 600th win. Yeah, you can't really call it better than that. So it's definitely feels good, but we still gotta, take care of business. Still early in the season.
Yeah, every day she's pushing us to be better. So there's no wonder why she has 600 wins. Just trying to push us to be the best. And sometimes there's days that are harder than others, but as a collective group, I think we accept the challenge a lot and just try to persevere through tough times and try to hold each other accountable, hold each other to a higher standard and play Maryland basketball. So I think she does a really great job of representing our program and just making sure that we can be great people in the world.
We'll go to Sam and then wrap up with Daniel.
Hey, Coach, congrats on the win again. I just was wondering for, you as a coach, sometimes, bringing somebody off the bench can have an effect on that player's mindset. And knowing Abby is the veteran and that type of mindset she has, were you worried about bringing her off? Obviously, it didn't matter. She had a great game. But what does that mean for you that you can bring that type of captain and leadership off the bench if needed?
Yeah. We had a conversation, and she knows this is not permanent, and it was more kind of the jump starter. I love how she received it. And at the end of the day, Abby's a really smart person. I mean, she gets, it's really about who's on the floor at the end of the game versus the asterisk on your name. And when you look at the 29 minutes, I thought the biggest thing we talked about, we need her to impact the game on both ends of the floor. And tonight she was sensational. I could see it from the defensive end. Her intensity to lock down for us was huge, making plays offensively. So just being able to have that blend and putting your focus on the defense, I thought kind of took the pressure off of her on the offensive end. So super proud of her and the response. And that's what a winner does. That's, 100% what a winner does.
Let's wrap up with Daniel.
Hey, Coach, you guys had 15 offensive rebounds, and then you only allowed 5 offensive rebounds on the other end. How important was it for you guys to get those second chance looks and then to limit them from getting it on the other end?
Yeah, big. They're a great offensive rebounding team. So, just the fact that we were able to hold them off the glass as well as for us to be able to get in there. Again, I think, our schedule has helped us. We've played such a tough schedule. I think we don't even flinch now when we're in these really competitive environments and games. And, fortunately for us, this is, why we wanted to put a schedule like this to prepare us for conference play. So really, really important for us on the glass tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.